Hi, this is Brendan from Watto Training, and what I'm going to show you now is how to open your assignments when you receive them from an email. So I've just sent myself an email with the links to the assignments, and what I do is I click on the blue link. So this is assignment 1. It takes me through to that page. Now I've got here, I just click on that document to see what it actually is. Okay, this is the instructions telling me what the assignment is, what resources I have, how will I be assessed, etc. So applicants can read through that. That's basically the same for every assignment. And then here we have the learning guide, learning material for the student. So section 1, what is a hazard in relation to safety? Examples of hazards, what is risk? And here's all the training notes in here for the topics, types of road signs, etc. Now, if you want to download that, you go over to this side over here and you can download that, direct download. You can go to Dropbox if you want. Depends how you're set up, but you can see down here that at the moment that it's downloading the document. There's lots of pictures in there, so it's quite a big document. So you just wait till it's downloading. That little blue line's got to go all the way around. Okay, so that's automatically opening. So we can see up here now that here is the learning guide as it's come through with the content in it. There'll be assignment questions where you'll have to answer those, but then that'll be confirmed through doing the practical as well. So there's the learning guide. Now if I want to save that, it's just off screen here, but I'm just going to go to Save As, and let's call it A1, yep, as is, downloads. If I just, for the sake of the example, put on my desktop at the moment, I'm just going to save that. Now what I'd recommend is that you save that into a folder. Here is a demo folder that I've set up for the assignments. So you'll see A for assignment, A1, A2, A3, A4. And if I double click on A1, inside here you can see the training instructions, the questions, and the learning guide. So if I click on the learning guide, that opens up. If I click on the questions, that opens up as well. So I'll go back and I'll just show you how to set up a new folder. I go to File, do the drop-down menu, and New Folder, and I'll do A20, and so forth. So that's how the folders are set up. So when you go back to find them, you can find the resources as you need them, work on your assignments, and then send them. So you don't type it in like this, you actually will download it first and then you type your answers in, save it, and send it back. If you want to fill it out, you can start filling it out, blah, blah, blah. But when you go through, you continue to save your work so that you don't lose anything. Now, if you want that to be bigger or smaller, down here you've got this little line that you draw across to make the size appropriate. What some people like to do is have a second screen, so they've got the questions on one screen and on a second screen they've got the learning guide. Some people print the learning guide out so they've got hard copies. Sometimes what I do is I'll actually bring it down, so this is taking up half the screen, and then I'll go in and I'm just going to my recents, as in recent documents. Again, shrink this one down to about 90%, and I'll actually just put them side by side like that. So as I go through, I can say, okay, I've got to watch all these videos, and then I've got to come and start answering these questions. So for example, in terms of road safety, what is a hazard? And I remember over here in my learning guide, it actually had a definition here, so I can go through and get my answers out of my learning guide. Now you'll notice when you do your assignments, I'll just blow this back up. You can also do it by grabbing the corner and dragging it back out, and we'll get the size back up to a reasonable size. You'll notice in here that you've got fields to type into. So you just click your cursor in there and then type your answers in, and then again save it. Go through that. If you've got any questions, let me know, but it's all in order. So section 1, section 2, section 3, and there's some where you'll notice I've written, you will need to be able to conduct a cabin drill in your skills assessment. So you know when you're doing these questions, you're writing the answers down in these little fields here and saving them, and then sending them back to me as an email. But in terms of any time you need to do practical, just remember, just prepare yourself for that, because when you do the course, that makes it so much easier. Okay, so this has been Brendan from Watto Training. If you have any questions about this process, please don't hesitate to let me know.